Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News. This is round 2. This is 8 minutes before I'm going on my other channel, which I have a lot of people waiting. But I wanted to commentate with you guys the Aguilar versus Sanchez fight. Now, mind you, this here is one of the weirdest things. Okay, Aguilar goes down from a shot that really didn't land all that well. I didn't really even see it land, to be honest with you. And it's one of those deals where the punch went back there to his behind his head, but it didn't land. He fell down.
Yeah, that's what you want to do, right? You don't do the right thing.
Oh man. It's crazy because we've seen the replay. Shout out to you guys that are over here on round 2. I'm going to go live on the main station here in a second. We got 6 minutes and 50 seconds. Screw it. Let's go both. Let's go full octane. Because let's talk about Sanchez. Let's talk about Sanchez. So hold on. Let's move it over here. Okay. Now, just give you guys a different angle. Since this is a big mega fight, I'll do the same for that. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy, guys. All right. All right. So, and I'm going to go live. I'm going to be early. I'm going to be early because we need to get this on. I appreciate you guys coming on round 2. You know, we got to keep the channel active, so let's do them both at the same damn time. How about that? How about that? Let's go. Let's hit that like button as we come in too, guys. Let's go live. And we are live once again. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. I just had to go early because I was watching this fight between Frank Sanchez, my partner in crime over there at the Canelo gym, and Mr. Aguilar. Now, Aguilar, he's been complaining about behind the head punches, which the punch that he complained about initially was not behind the head. Okay, it wasn't. All right, it was a punch that he turned his head towards the punch. That's the difference. Now watch this. Look at the replay. Look, he threw it and it went over. It didn't even land. The punch didn't even land. Then he goes down. Then he goes down. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about right here. This is the type of shit that I'm talking about. Look at this, guys. Look, the punch didn't even land. If anything, he hit him with his wrist, but it was like the soft part of your hand. It was like Lennox Lewis said, the floating rib shot. Yeah. No, that was a floating arm wrist shot. It hurts. Look, and he's still up. Now, how can you're walking, you walk down there, then you go down, grabbing your head. He did not want to fight, people. He did not want to fight. I'm sorry. He didn't want to fight. He wanted to cap. He wanted to complain. He did not want to fight. He wasn't landing. He's getting beat up anyway, guys. It is what it is. You know, yeah, this is the problem. Fighting tomato cans. Lee Sewell, Chris Eli, Tavara, Lee Foster, Jacob. Look, JP, Abdul Shakur, Boxing Cleaver, Muhammad Ishmael, Andre Rodriguez, Simon H, J.E. Prodigal Son, Euphoric Sounds, Skrilla 50 in the house, Arc Ash. Look, I'm glad you guys came in. I decided to come in earlier, just a little bit earlier, because I had to cover this. You know, this is live, so you can't do live all over again. You can't wait to do live later, because this fight is happening. Good friend of mine, Frank Sanchez, just did whooping on a tomato can. Okay? Whooping on a tomato can. So, I think Zimriel, Grant, counterpunch to you, brother. I think this is one of those situations where this guy didn't want to fight, and I think what he did was it's a tactic. It's a tactic due to this is how you do these type of fights. If you're getting beat and you know you come across a foul, you go with the foul. If the foul appears excessive, you go with it. You act out the fucking part. Okay. What's up, Kurt? I got Canelo knocking out Saunders in 6. I believe Crawford is scared as shit of Spence, bro, because he doesn't have the same energy like before. He quiet now. I mean, what is Errol Spence? Does he have that type of energy? Have you heard Errol Spence say, Edward, did you hear him say, hey, I want to fight Terrence Crawford. I give him 50-50. I give him whatever he need to get in the ring. I don't care what he say. He think he the best. He need to see me. I'm the boogeyman. Who said that? Who said that I'm the boogeyman, and then as soon as Terrence Crawford called him out, why isn't he not the boogeyman anymore? Counterpunch. But anyway, yeah, I was just replying on my other channel. I have them both going. So whoever's missing me on one can catch me on the other, you know. But yeah, tonight's going to be a great fight. It's going to be a great fight. Absolutely. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. Getting hot in here. Let's turn on some fan work. Yeah, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, I can already feel the energy. I'm in Texas right now. I'm feeling the energy. High five. Bear shit, Barbara Elohim. Counterpunch to you. Yeah, good, great counterpunch, Grilla 50. Crawford is not scared of Spence. No. He's just tired of the bullshit. Because he never had to go through that before. If you think about Crawford, he didn't have to have or go through problems fighting guys like Gamboa or Ngannou and all these guys, Ndongo rather. He didn't have those type of problems. He didn't have these type of politics. See, now this guy comes out, he can go home and bitch to his wife and talk about how it's filed. You know, but you fail after that. Was that a delayed reaction? I doubt it. I'm sorry. I'm not buying it. Tony Thompson, Crawford versus Spence should be 50-50 Spurs. I mean, if Errol Spence wants that fight, let's put the ego aside. Stop talking about 37 there. Fuck around, say 20-80. Look, you don't want it if you're talking that type of shit. I'm sorry, you don't want the fight. Spence doesn't want the smoke. He is protected by the PBC. Now look at the highlights on this. Now, do you see any of the exchanges of competition whatsoever from Aguilar contra Sanchez? Look, he's supposed to get hit like that. Frank Sanchez, Floyd Mayweather his ass. Why? Because you protect yourself at all times. You protect yourself at all times. This guy was afraid to get, he was tired of getting hit. There we go. All right, we're back on. I guess for whatever reason it went off, but yeah, we have a couple young guys now that are gonna step up to the bat, gonna seat in front of this crowd. This is massive, man. I mean, this is evident that fights are coming back. People are coming back. Crowds are coming back. And it's a good thing to see. It's a real good thing to see. Spence is the new Keith Thurman. Ah, wow. You know, and it's sad, though, because if you look at the last 5 years of PBC welterweights, because, I mean, that's what they've produced. I mean, you look at these guys past Floyd. What have they done since Floyd? What have, like, Errol Spence done since Floyd? Sean Porter done since Floyd. Keith Thurman done since Floyd. What have they done since Floyd? Floyd set this high bar, but he fought a lot of great fighters. You know what I mean? You know, he fought Canelo. Why are we looking at Canelo? Shit, he fought Floyd years ago. He got schooled years ago, but that was when he was undefeated. Okay? Carlos, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Carlos is in this piece. J_Mac Kid 7. Counterpunch to you, bro. Blessings go up all the time. Spence is moving in his manifestation, especially after that close death accident. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Like, I'm glad he's okay. I mean, that's a miracle. He should be Miracle Man Part 2. You know what I mean? Trinidad in the house. Counterpunch to you. Triple G won Canelo on the first match. Yeah, we all know that. I mean, that's no reason not to know what we know. Off the Canvas Boxing, big up to you, brother. Slotello presents, is AJ really in Dallas? That's what we got to figure out. And if he does, people are going to go ape shit. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. Like, yo, AJ just touched down in Dallas. I mean, what, about 5-6 hours ago? You know, but of course, sources, whatever. But we have to see. That would set all this shit up. That would set the boxing landscape on fire. Especially we get a fire fight tonight. We get an interesting, dynamic, exciting fight. Then on top of that, we get the introduction of the biggest super heavyweight, undisputed fight that we could possibly get that gets announced. Oh, man, that's like one back-to-back because you know that shit's going to be like late July, right? DJ Rigmaroli, counterpunch to you, brother. The Sanchez fight was a mess. Well, it was a shit show. But that's what happens when you have people that don't really come to fight. You know, it is what it is. Mario Salazar, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. I don't know. Red or dead, I don't know what happened to him. I think, you know, he didn't come to fight. Shit, he just didn't come. So, we got Roy Jones and Carl Froch. Now, look at these two guys. Right here. Carl Froch said Roy Jones is like dead to bits or some shit, right? And it's crazy. Uh-oh, Lamech, I smell a big upset. Sometimes in a boxing fight, a fight breaks out. Should I have had my food? I'm ready, man. He shot the bits, that's it. Good counterpunch. Zimriel Grant, great counterpunch, shot the bits. I want to hear those. I want to see those guys go at it. Why not? Carl Froch is retired. Roy's a lot older than Carl. Carl's just got the little, you know, Steve Martin shit going with his hair. You know what I mean? He just, you know, some people age faster than others. But then he's retired too. You know, he got his little nose job. And I think that's probably what's stopping him from going back and getting some of that money and start commentating. You know, Carl Froch had a fucking nose like a cocker spaniel or some shit. All right? So, it's crazy. It's crazy. James Bash. Appreciate the love, bro. Appreciate the love. And it says, salute, Kurt. Keep up the good work. James Bash. Appreciate you. Appreciate that counterpunch. Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. At this point, honestly won't be mad if the AJ versus Fury fight is late August. They need to get these press conferences underway soon, though. Yeah, you're right. As long as it's announced, look at all these people out here. Look, it's going to be 70,000 people there. That's a big, look, let me tell you, that is a $1 billion stadium, people. That's what we're looking at. Conway versus Kisoko, right? Yeah, Kisoko. And Kisoko had a tough fight last fight. I think, didn't he take his first loss? Kisoko? Was that him? Or am I talking about somebody else? Kisoko, he's a Brit, right? Yeah, Pigeon. Yeah, I know what you mean on that. You know, like Billy Joe got the undefeated record. Billy Joe's been in this game for a while. You know, and look at fucking Eddie Hearn looking like the young Jeff Goldblum back there, big tall ass. He got the Jeff Goldblum cut with the Jeff Goldblum, men in black shades on. Oh, Kisoko hasn't lost. Okay. Appreciate that counterpunch, bro. It was somebody that just got beat, though. Yeah, he's 12-0. Okay. Well, Kieran Conway's only one loss, so hey, this should be a pretty good fight, and he's 4 years younger, mind you. You know, so oh, it's France versus the UK. Okay. Eddie Hearn is hands down is the best promoter in the world, hands down. Remember when everyone from PBC and Fox to ESPN was hating on him? Yeah, I remember that shit. It was like around 18 when he came with the DAZN launch. Everybody hated him. Everybody talked about the shit as though you can only watch it on your phone, not knowing that phones are just like smaller ass televisions these days, right? And they're interchangeable. People weren't thinking like that. We're watching the zone right now. How many times have you took a YouTube video you were watching and mirrored it to your phone? I mean, how many times have you guys done that? That's what you have. That's what you know. And people couldn't see that. People have started. Oh, it's a zone, man. I don't want to use an app. You use a fucking app every day of your life if you have a smartphone, unless you are under a rock or you're past 70 or 80 years old. Right? You use an app for something. And people just couldn't get it. They couldn't get the shit. Grow God, man, don't make me feel like shit. Don't make me do this because look, I was in that area. Like, and it was contemplating. I'm like, yo, should I spend $1,000 on one of the seats all the way the fuck back? But had I not said and addressed that I was gonna go live a few weeks ago, I would have done that. Because, I mean, like, the people were there. You know, you had Roy Jones, you had Tyson Fury's there. AJ may be there. You have a lot of fucking people that's there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's right. Bro, I'm watching pay-per-view on my smart TV, and you're on my smartphone. My super smartphone. Jacob, counterpunch to you. Spence gonna prove to the whole world that doubters never prevail. Watch. Well, we'll see. He has to get in the ring first. Now, Edward, I bet you he's at this fight. I bet you Errol Spence is there. I bet you he's there. I want to fight Canelo. I fight Canelo. He don't have to fight Caleb Plant. I fight Canelo before he fight Canelo. I fight him. I think I'm a bigger star. I'm a bigger star anyway. Caleb Plant ain't fought nobody. Who he fought? Uzkatek ain't nobody. He cheated my man. You know? Oh, man. James Bash, appreciate you for running the live commentary, then going to the fight. Hit the like button. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate you. And thank you for the love. Another super chat going to James Bash up in this piece. Abdus Shakur. Frank Sanchez won. His opponent quit. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. We all know what happened. He fucking quit. He quit, and he didn't really get back up. Matter of fact, it would be different if he sold us the shit. If he would at least pulled a Kovalev or a Deontay Wilder's trainer now. If he would at least done that, right? You know, Malik Scott. Yeah, that's his name. If he would at least done that. Look at Mr. Franks. Look at Mr. Conway. He's jogging to the ring and shit. I am muscles from Brussels here. I am ready to fight. I am Kieran Conway. I will fight anyone here. I can fight, yeah! Marcy D in his piece. Counterpunch to you, Marcy D. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. He hit pathetically worse actor. You're doing a great job, Kurt. Much love from Nigeria. So systematic. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the love. Uh-oh. Who do we have here? Kamal, counterpunch to you, brother, in this piece. We got British versus French. Let's go. Who takes it? Spence gonna, okay, hit and him and Canelo would be fire. Watch. Yeah, it would be, you know, but look, it's like this. Errol Spence is a very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. I take nothing away from Errol Spence. I just think at times he just needs to understand what's more important. See, people try the Floyd Mayweather model and don't know who the Floyd Mayweather model was. There's levels to this. There's levels of progression to this. This isn't something that you can just become a Money Mayweather overnight. The shit don't work that way. You have to beat everyone in front of you, and you have to accept the guys that make you who those guys are. See, Spence is trying to do that by getting Pacquiao. But little does he know he's not going to get there beating Pacquiao. He may think that, but it's not going to be what he thinks it's going to be. This won't be a Floyd versus De La Hoya, him fighting Pacquiao. It won't. Pacquiao's from another era, Okay, Floyd and Oscar was in the same era. That's the difference. Errol Spence needs to fight people in his era, not someone on the way out the door that should have been gone. Counterpunch. Okay, so that's what it is. TY Nova, YT, good morning from the UK. Counterpunch to you. Keep doing that Spence impersonation. Well, I mean, that's Spence. I mean, he's from the South by way of Jamaica, man. You know, you think Ennis beat Spence? I'm not sure about that one, but this is what it is. Who is Errol Spence? Wow. Uncle Dave Zilla. Counterpunch to you, brother. I appreciate that awesome fight night streams. Hey, we got another one tonight. You know, like something tells me though, look, the energy that Mr. Conway has, okay, the way he ran to the ring, you know, his confidence already. He's had one loss. I don't know who he got beat by, but Kisoko has, I think he has a fight on his hands right now, right? He's a competition drinker. You need cable TV for pay-per-view. All you need for the zone is a phone or any other device. Everyone and their mama has a phone. We all use apps for Netflix, HBO Max. Apps are the way in today's world. It is. They know that. And people should have saw that. People laughed at Eddie Hearn just like they hated on Al Heyman. So understand, everybody has their rise or their spike. Okay, everybody has their spike. Yeah, Eddie Hearn is hot now. And 10 years ago, 10 years from now, or 5 years from now, it'll probably be Triller. Okay, because they're making noise, just like the Zone was. They're just like the PBC came out with free boxing on TV. Okay? Good jab by Kosoko, though. Good jab to the face and down to the body. That piercing body classic jab, kind of looking like Floyd. Good counter over the right of that jab. So, two orthodox fighters. Conway hasn't really showed me anything. I think he's just trying to figure Kosoko out. And Kosoko's definitely a counterpuncher, okay? And he's fighting behind his jab, which is very good. Very good by Kosoko. Good jab to the body. Now Conway goes with his own jab. I don't know if it lands. I don't think it really landed. Conway looks a lot bigger if you notice. He looks like he's in a different weight class, don't he? Look at it. Look at him. Daniel Linton, appreciate it. But look at the size of Kosoko versus Conway. It looks like Conway just freaking hydrated up to a massive number, right? Look at this guy. He looks like, Kosoko looks like he's 135 fighting a welterweight. You know, Conway looks like he's fighting from like at 154. I would like to know what his weight is now, his current weight. I would like to very much know that. Yeah, because Conway has to he has to work on his timing because he's getting beat to the punch. See that jab to the body, the jab upstairs, and that's basically all he needed. Good jab upstairs. And the problem is he's the taller fighter, but he's fighting like the shorter fighter on the outside. And Kosoko's controlling him with the jab, right? I don't know if that jab landed per se. Yeah, Conway's definitely bigger. You see how he used his weight? He used his shoulder to lean Kosoko in. That's what he needs to do. This looks like, you know what this looks like to me? This shit looks like when Terrence Crawford fought Jeff Horn. You know how Jeff Horn was a massively big heavyweight? Welterweight. And when he fought him, like Terrence Crawford, that looks like Terrence Crawford fighting him. He just doesn't have Jeff Horn's durability and roughhouse style, which he needs being that big if he's going to fight at that weight class. Because Kosoko looks like he's shit. 2 weight classes south. And he's still mixing them. He's still putting them to work. Good movement. Yeah. Kosoko. Very good fundamentals. Very good fundamentals. Good for him. You know what, Yorkie Elliott, you're absolutely right. You don't really hear much about that at all. Billy Joe in the building, peoples. He arrives at 7:59. 7:59 he arrived in Central Time. So as of 12 minutes ago, he came in. He got his Fiji water. He's ready. Looks all lean. Look like he ain't hydrated much. You know? He's got his Billy Joe Saunders MTK Global on. We got Tyson Fury in the building. The Gypsy King wearing his Versace. Sitting over there with Mauricio Suleiman taking pictures with him. Mauricio showing that, hey, I'm in this piece. And I'm showing, I just seen Andy Ruiz run across the screen, guys. Hello, I'm Andy Ruiz. I'm wearing my black shirt, my tee, my black tee. I'm wearing my hat and everything. I'm smiling. I won my last fight. I'm shrinking. I haven't been drinking. Oh, man. Here we go. Round 2. Good jab to the body. And my thing is, what's keeping Conway back there? You might add, like, what's keeping him in the middle of the ring? And what's happening? If you notice, Kosoko is on the outside boxing him, and he has him maneuvered in the middle of the ring, and he's circling around him, outboxing him. Look at where Kosoko is. Now Kosoko's a little bit in the middle, right? But it's a great strategy when you know how to own the ring. Good jab from Conway, but it's more like a check jab because he was just really throwing it out there to see if Kosoko was still there, and he was. He landed another jab. Good for you. Overhand right. It kind of grazed over the left ear of Kosoko. But I don't think it connected to the point that Kosoko should be bothered right now. But a jab lands, and a scraping right hand lands. Good jab. Okay, good jab by Kosoko. Now Kosoko's really bringing it on. And if you're looking at Kosoko's eyes, you see he's looking at everything. He's alert. He is definitely alert. Good jab. Oh, good left hook and a right lands for Kosoko. On the inside. That really gets Conway's attention. Good jab by Kosoko. He misses that other one. But Conway's not throwing anything. Look at Conway. He's throwing the jab. Kosoko throws his own jab to the body. Oh, good jab and a right hand lands for Kosoko. Now Conway goes to throw it in exchange to counter, but Kosoko's not there. He's not there at all. Yeah, he does look like Felix Stern, don't he? That's a big bash. He looks like a heavyweight, man. I mean, a middleweight. Man, I hope a fight don't break out. I'm lying. Yes, I do. You know what I mean? Yeah, Kasoko's just a great boxer. He's long, he's lean, he has long arms, you know. Look at the ghost here. Ryan Garcia. We haven't seen this cat in a minute. We see him drinking 1800. We see him looking like a boss, his hair all slicked to the side. Right? But he's suffering from mental illness. Man, don't he look like a little young Oscar De La Hoya, don't he? He looks like one of Oscar De La Hoya's kids. Yeah, it's piston fast, Yorkie Elliott. Damn right. Great counterpunch. Hey, from the UK, Kirk, do you think that if Hearn puts the Fury-AJ fight together, Fury will end up eventually moving to Matchroom? I think what this is what Eddie does, okay? And what Eddie does is he consistently puts in a good work ethic, okay? He brings it in. Good uppercut to the body by Kasoko. And this is an exchange. Now, it's crazy. The punch placement is impeccable by Kasoko. I'm very impressed thus far. Look, he was nowhere near that left hook. Nowhere near this jab. Now, these are the punches that Conway's throwing, and he's like this big fucking Felix Stern looking guy. But anyway, back to Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, he's consistent. He's consistent with his work ethic. That's how he got Canelo. You know, and when you see things, good right hand by Kasoko. Good counter. He stepped to the right, outside the left foot. Boom. Right outside the guard, right around that guard. Straight to the temple area of Conway. Jab upstairs, jab to the body. Wow. And see, the thing is, he's doing what he wants to do and not taking punishment at all. So he's just as defensively sound as he is offensively. And it's very impressive by Kasoko. But yeah, Eddie does that. Like he did, like he won Canelo over. Oh, nice. See, and one thing about Kasoko's reminding me of a young Terrence Crawford. Look how he fights. He just doesn't switch hit. But look how he swings. He's defensively sound. He's waiting for the counter always. He's not a guy that likes to paint pictures, as you can tell. Because if that were the case, he would have got hit by Conway, because Conway is the kind of guy that he's looking for exchanges. So Kasoko's in for the counter, people. He's in for the counter. He's up and alert for the counter. He anticipates the encounter. That's why Conway can't get anything in. Look at that. Jab, jab. And he can't match that rhythm. Now Conway steps back because he knows, okay, I'm tired of getting hit. Oh, good right from Kasoko. Kasoko throws a throwaway jab, a straight right over the top, and tags this guy. Good jab. Now, I don't know where his power is at, but it's not all about power. It's all about surprise. Floyd Mayweather wasn't a hell of a power puncher. Now he does. Conway does land a jab on that one, though. And he's definitely the bigger guy. I think Conway needs to go in brawling, work the body, start unloading bombs, because he's not winning this fight. This is the third round. And I see this going exactly the same way that the other two have been. Actually, the other three, because it's 15 seconds. Good jab as I say that. Jab as I say that. Jab as I say that. Jab as I say that from Kasoko. Good body punch from Kasoko. Now the nose is bleeding. Oh, he takes a good right. Kasoko throws it and lands it. Conway is bleeding through the blood from his nose. I don't know about his mouth, but that nose is leaking right now, people. It's leaking. Now, back to Eddie. It depends on how it goes down. Because Tyson Fury is not necessarily a team player. He's not a guy looking for progress. I mean, he's not a guy that's looking for better promotion. He's just a guy, I think, that's up for big decisions and big challenges, and then after that, he's out. That's Tyson. So I don't know if he will be consistent enough to even respect someone like Eddie Hearn. But he's going to work with Eddie Hearn anyway if he calls himself fighting. Look at that jab right between the guard. Conway never saw it. I think that was the jab that landed to bloody his nose like that. So it's crazy. Man, I'm actually drinking because I'm not drinking anything tonight, man. I overdid it last few nights, so this is black cherry with sugarcane sugar. This is my first one. I got like one left. I think I'll put in some more, whatever. Get on the wild side. But yeah, but Conway's getting taken to school. He's getting taken to school. Good jab. Kosoko's really bringing it in. He's a lot like Terrence Crawford. Look at that jab. Look at that jab. Good feints. Good feints. He didn't have to throw a punch. And when Conway comes in, he's nowhere to be hit. Good jab. And see again, if you notice, where is Conway? Again, Conway is in the middle of the ring and Kosoko is circling him, outboxing him. That's what you see. Look at Hennessy, the Henn. Look where Conway's foot is at. It's right where the N is. It's either the first N or the second N. That's where his front foot is planted. Right? Oh, good punch to the body. Straight right to the body. And I like how he balances it up. He just doesn't do the same thing all the time. You know? Crafty guy. Crafty. I'm very impressed. What is he, 12-0? Right? Kosoko? JC, nice to see you too, brother. Nikki Lannon. Counterpunch to you, Nikki. Now, as I say that, it was a right that landed for Conway. His nose is now starting to bleed again. Okay? The nose is tricky, people. Let me tell you something about the nose. The nose, if you start bleeding out the nose, you have to have someone that knows what the hell they're doing. And by any means, you never want to blow your nose. You never want to do that. At all. Because when you blow your nose, your eyes are going to swell. Okay? Yeah, he's busting Conway up. He's systematically just picking him apart. Ooh, good jab and right hand. Wow. Now, a jab did land for Conway. It was after the bell, but to be fair, I think Kosoko's right hand was after the bell. So that's why he was like, yeah, you got that, because I did sneak you. I did. I reached out and touched you. Okay. Rob's Card Shop. When's the fight? The fight is going to be on when the preliminaries are over with. So, now I'm about to log off of round 2.